everyone. Welcome back to Master Your Money and Mindset, the show where we explore how your mindset shapes your money and vice versa. I'm your host, Elizabeth Heiza, and in today's mini-sode, we are talking about something a little bold. I'm asking the question, can you turn your financial situation around in just 90 days? Now, this might sound like a stretch, especially if you're feeling overwhelmed, stuck, stressed about your finances right now, but I want you to stick with me and stick with this question because while 90 days won't make you a millionaire for sure, what 90 days can do is create massive momentum, the kind of momentum that changes not just your bank account, but your confidence, your habits, and most important, your mindset. So, can you turn your financial situation around in just 90 days? I think the answer could be yes. So let's dive in and look at what a 90-day plan could look like. So let me tell you why I picked 90 days. Research shows that 90 days is long enough to make real progress, but short enough to stay focused and committed. So you probably heard of the 30-day challenge, or it takes 21 days to form a habit, but real financial change usually can need a little bit more time. So a 90-day window gives you the opportunity to build new habits, pay down some debt so you'll see momentum there, create a system that works for you in your life, but most importantly, a 90-day window will allow you to prove to yourself that you can do this because you will see a little bit of movement, and that's typically all people need to see to build momentum. So this 90 days is about taking back control one day at a time. All right, so let's start. Week 1. Day 1 through 7, we're going to get clear on the numbers. No matter how hard this is, we're going to face it head on. So we are going to start with the worst part of the process. And this is where most people get stuck or walk away, and that's awareness. So day 1 through 7, we want you to bring awareness to where your money is going because you can't change what you won't confront. So this week is all about clarity. Very simply, what's coming in, what's going out, and what do you owe? This is not about shame. This is not about questioning purchases. This is not about questioning decisions. This is about ownership of your current financial situation. So to do this in week 1, you need to create a simple money snapshot. You could use an app, you could use a spreadsheet, use a good old fashioned pen and paper for all I care. But what you want to do is see everything in one place. Now, this will be uncomfortable. It's not fun to look in the rearview mirror about every purchase that you've made over the past 90 days or 6 months, but it could be incredibly empowering. And just always remember, you're not behind because you're just getting started on this plan. Nothing you see here is good or bad. It just is in this point. Okay. So day 1 is get clarity. Understand where your money is going, what money is coming in, what money is coming out, and what you owe. Those are the 3 questions you need to answer in week 1. Okay. Week 2 is to create your game plan. So days 8 through 14, you want to build a spending plan that reflects your values. So now that you know where things stand, what money is coming in, what's coming out, and what you owe, it's time to set some clear, specific goals. So you want to set 3 goals for yourself. You want to keep them realistic. You want to keep them measurable, and you want to keep them emotional. So when we say realistic, it's something that you could accomplish reasonably quick. So I want to save $1,000 for an emergency fund because I'm tired of feeling anxious every time my car makes a weird noise. That's an example of a goal that's realistic, measurable, and you're tying an emotional component to it. So another example is I want to pay off one credit card so I stop losing X amount of dollars to interest. Because now that you know what's coming in and what's going out, you have a very clear picture to how much money you're paying in interest. So you want to set 3 realistic, measurable goals that are tied to an emotion. Then build a plan to get there. So that plan could be, okay, I'm going to set up automatic transfers. I'm going to cancel any unused subscriptions. I'm going to pick up a side hustle for myself. I'm going to meal plan and meal prep instead of dining out. So it's not about restricting yourself. It's about just aligning your finances to your goals. Spend less on what doesn't matter so you can have more for what does matter. So week 1 is about awareness and clarity. Week 2 is about building your game plan and setting your goals. Okay. Weeks 3 through 8, we want to start to build the habits you're going to need to see change. So day 15 through day 60 is where I want you to take consistent, albeit imperfect, but consistent action. And this is where the magic happens. This is where you're going to see change. It's in all of your daily decisions. Here are a few high impact habits you can build. So number 1 is try to build a daily money check-in, which should only take you a minute or 2. But just pop into if you have an aggregation account or your bank account or a credit card account, wherever you do most of your spending, pop into that account every day and just again, stay mindful of what you're spending. When I started this habit, it created so much clarity for me for 2 reasons. One is I was able to catch mistakes quicker. So if I was overcharged for something or if a charge was given to me by mistake, I'm fixing that usually within a 24-hour period. But 2, after a while, I started to not want to spend as much money in a day, so I wouldn't see those transactions occur the following day. So that was a really, really great habit for me to get into because it actually did curb a lot of those tiny little transactions during a day, a coffee run, a Target run, an Amazon purchase, things like that. So a high impact habit is to do a daily money check-in. Another high impact habit is to do a weekly budget review and adjust as needed. So remember, life is flexible and your plan has to be as well. So you can create a money plan, but don't be so rigid to that plan. All right. So 2 high impact habits you can build. Number 1, your daily money check-in. Number 2, your weekly budget review, and just stay flexible with that review. The 3rd habit you could build is spending trigger awareness. So start to notice the emotional cues behind impulse spending. So what that means is if something really bad happens to you, not really bad, but annoyingly bad, meaning you're stuck in traffic, something annoying happened at work, maybe you didn't get a grade you wanted, or something just didn't go your way, do you automatically try to treat yourself to something, whether it be a coffee, whether it be a new outfit, whether it be something else? Do you automatically go to spending to make yourself feel better? Also on the flip side, if something really good happens to you and you feel really happy, do you start to kind of throw your discipline and your goals to the wind and you go and buy coffee, or you go out to lunch, or, you buy the round of drinks, whatever it is? So start to bring awareness to your spending triggers. Do you notice spikes in spending when you are stressed, bored, or rewarding yourself? So understand what those are. So in this phase, it's normal to feel frustrated because you may slip up a bit. So you may start to wonder if this plan is even worth it, but it is, because our goal here isn't perfection. The goal at this stage is just progress and consistency. Okay. So in weeks 3 through 8, I want you to work on building those 3 habits: daily check-in, weekly review, spending triggers. Week 1 is clarity and awareness. Week 2 is creating a game plan and building your goals. And week 3 through 8 is about building those habits. Okay, now we're on weeks 9 through 12. So we are in the final stretch of this, day 60 to 61. In this phase, we want to celebrate progress and make any adjustments along the way. So we want to reflect, refine, and recommit ourselves to our goals. This final stretch should be about celebrating your wins because there will definitely be wins in there. So take time here to compare where you were on day 1 to where you were now. And any type of positive change there, recognize it and celebrate it. So if on day 1, when you were gaining clarity, you noticed a subscription that you no longer use and that now saves you $30 a month, celebrate that. That's huge. If you noticed during the third phase about spending triggers, that when you get really excited about something, you tend to always want to go shop and you didn't do that one time, celebrate that. In this phase as well, you want to revisit any of your goals and say, did you hit them? Are they still relevant to yourself? And then decide what you want to carry forward into the next 90 days. So this is also the perfect time to build your next 90-day phase. Maybe now that things are under control a little bit, you're ready to invest, save for a vacation, or tackle a bigger debt. But whatever you do, don't forget to reward yourself along the way in a meaningful, budget-conscious way for following through. So a reward doesn't always have to mean that you spend money on yourself. Think of another type of reward. After that, remember that after this 90-day phase is through, remember the mind shift behind the money. So you've probably noticed by now that this isn't just about money. It's about your identity and your confidence, your belief to own your ability to change your future in a 90-day period. Studies show that what happens when people take control of their finances is they often experience improvements in their relationship, their health, and their overall mental well-being. So when you stop avoiding and start acting, even in the smallest way, you do shift from feeling like a victim of your financial situation to the author of it. And that's really, really powerful. So again, let me be clear, 90 days is not going to fix everything and it shouldn't have to. But in 90 days, the expectation is you can pay off a credit card, or you can start to build your first emergency fund, or you can finally stick to a budget. You can build better money habits, and you can, and most importantly, prove to yourself that change is possible and that you are in control. You are not a victim of your financial situation. Because if you can do it for 90 days, then there's no reason why you can't do it for a year. And if you can do it for a year, you can do it for the rest of your life. So let's end where we started. Can you turn your financial life around in 90 days? I say yes. If you are willing to start, stay consistent, and most importantly, stay kind to yourself. If you are ready, consider this, consider today, consider right now your day 1. If you need or want support along the way, myself and everyone at Barnum Financial Group is here for you. Just send me a DM or share this episode. Remember, you've got this and we've got you. I'm Elizabeth Heiza, and I will see you next time on Master Your Money and Mindset. Thank you for listening to Master Your Money and Mindset. You can find these episodes on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed what you heard. You can follow Barnum Financial Group on LinkedIn and Instagram. Thanks so much.
All opinions expressed by the program participants are solely their current opinions and do not reflect the opinions their respective parent companies or affiliates or the companies with which the program participants are affiliated. Investments or strategies mentioned in this program may not be suitable for you, and you should make your own independent decision regarding them. This material does not take into account your particular investment objectives, financial situation, or needs, and is not intended as recommendations appropriate for you. You should strongly consider seeking advice from your own investment advisor. Securities and investment advisory services offered through qualified registered representatives of MML Investor Services, LLC. Member SIPC, 6 Corporate Drive, Shelton, Connecticut, 06484, telephone number 203-513-6000.